because the higher the education, the more entrepreneurs you're going to have, and it will change. For example, let's be real, we live in corporatism today, where corporate dictates, being lobbying in the political system, and you see the effects on it. But what happens when you have highly educated, well-read people? Because a book to me is the conscience of somebody, or the imagination. So I was saying this the other day. It's like the Bible. The Bible is the conscience of God, right? And you want to go to that source of information to acquire more knowledge, because there's more than 4,000 years of writing in there. So what happens when you have people that read more? It creates a society that will definitely develop into more freedom as well. And what does freedom do? It liberates. It liberates oppression. It really embraces diversity, because it understands that diversity is not a race or material thing, it's the criteria of each person. And I love what you're bringing. This is why it's so important to read. And there's a science behind it. And that's what we're trying to explore. Explore the science, the discipline of reading. And what do you benefit? How do you benefit later on in life when you're taking those SAT tests? Because, you got to remember, most of our tests are based on memorization, and that you remember all these words, but what's the point of knowing the word, but you don't know how to use them because you're not articulate. You haven't been exposed to real life to say, I can implement this word because I know how to use it. I'm just not going to say it because it sounds beautiful, right? But it's like, that's how you compose poetry. So I don't know.
But one of the things that you said that struck me is the science. Reading is a science. We know that it involves the brain. It's a science. And we know the pillars, we know the skills that are required to build a proficient reader, and we know the instructional method. When you don't provide either of the two, then you are infringing upon the civil rights of students. That's a social justice issue. We've known about the science for 40, 50, 60 years, and we sat on it. We provided a method of reading instruction that we knew did not work for majority of the students, and we did that for 40 something years. In fact, in New York, I think they just moved away from that type of instruction in 2019 or 20. We knew that it wasn't working. We all knew that, but we didn't do anything.